architecture, matter of emotions. So if I'm talking about black architecture, students used to ask me about what is black in this architecture. So I just want to tell you that if I'm talking about black, the exact word black, it is always not need to compulsory that I'm talking about color. So let's talk about black architecture first. Then I'll describe why I took this term to describe matter of emotions. So first thing is, if you have a building which is black in color, so is it black architecture? It can be interior or exterior. No, not really. Second case can be if a building without light. So there is totally dark. No, this is not black architecture. In the third case, it can be that sometimes people are visiting a particular building and they are not able to understand the architecture of that particular building or the functions. So is it black architecture? Not really. Fourth case can be that if a person is already in said zone. So can we talk it about like black architecture, because we are talking about matter of emotions. So if a person is already said in a different emotion, so is it black architecture? No. Let's talk about relationship between human body and architecture, because that is really important. We are talking about emotions, and emotions, we have a human body have emotions, and architecture which have buildings. So let's talk about the relationship between human body and architecture. uh, that relation has a long history. Architecture lies within the next. Moreover, as multi-story building, human body and architecture are engaged in a dance with each other, and where they adapt to other, and architect have to find a balance between both. A human space, a human body, or we generally spend 90 to 95% of our life indoors or surrounded by forms. An individual relax at home, and the reason it not just family, but also he or she feels safe, secure, and happy there. And this can be very interesting if I am going to tell you that an architect kill a human with the architecture. So if you are an architect or you are working with buildings, so you should be able to design the smallest thing, that can be a spoon or something else like that. So you should be able to design a next to a multi-story building. So that is a job of architect. But sometimes, and the next point can be very interesting to you, that I'm going to tell you, an architect can kill somebody with the architecture of apartment just as well as with gun. Okay, now you are thinking that how an architect can kill a person and without gun. So here I have 4 points and you can relate. Of course, you can relate with these points. So first can be negative spaces, second ventilation, third staircase, and fourth green spaces. It is not about positive negative space, but this is regarding experience. So what can be the experience we are taking with negative spaces? So if you are living in a particular house or building where you have negative space and no ventilation, some issues with the staircase, and you don't have, because with the negative spaces and without ventilation, a person can feel negative energy, and that negative energy creates many issues in human body. So it can be a reason to feel bad or discomfort, and somewhere directly or indirectly we are killing a person. So if I'm talking about staircase, because that was a question from some student, that how we can connect staircase with emotions or with our black architecture. So I just want to tell you, yes, staircase is a big issue nowadays in our buildings, we can say. So what used to happen, like according to Vastu, as people says, we used to give a clockwise staircase in our buildings. So what is the reason behind it? It is not just a Andhvishwas wala thing, but yes, this is a scientific reason behind this clockwise staircase. So in our world, we used to see that 95% are right handed working. So in a old age, when we are more than 50 or 60, we need a support when we are climbing. Okay, and we have more strength in our right hand. So we are going to take strength, or can say a support, from our right hand. So we need a railing in our right side. That is the also reason why we are putting it clockwise staircase. So ventilation, without ventilation we can feel suffocated. Moisture can enter in our buildings, and a people can be addicted with some lung issues, because he is not getting proper oxygen. So somewhere here, an architect is killing a person. So the next is black architecture comes out from architecture psychology. What architecture psychology says, this is an academic field to explore the impact of architecture on humans, their feeling and behaviors. So to know about black architecture, let's start with architecture first. So what is architecture? If I'm asking about any person that what is architecture, so the foremost common answer comes out that architecture is an art and science of designing a structure or buildings. It creates an environment and help to bring balance between people's life and built environment. Building design can influence a person's behavior, modify the individual's mood and perception. How architecture touches your emotions. So if I'm talking about it, we can say that we feel architecture not only with organs but emotionally also. Architecture start out as a mean of protection, a shelter from our surroundings, environment, but it get connected with our psychological well-being. We see, hear, smell, feel each element of architecture. Architecture is more than just bricks, concrete, or glasses. Architecture can come or excite its guests. It does not only influence us physically, but it has a mental impact likewise. User who is going to perceive or feel it is very important. So if I'm talking about a place, so we can compare two things. So if I'm sitting here in this living room and looking outside, so I will get some positive energy. And if I want to talk about this thing. What you are looking at? It is low, dark building. So according to you, which is better than to sit? Of course, you will choose this one, this one, not the black one, of course, because whenever you want to sit or walk or just enter any building, you need a positive vibes. So is it I think it is very important now that emotions play a very important part within the development of life. Emotions connected us with every element which is exists in nature. So if architecture promotes a positive and emotional attachment to spaces and a strength a way of responsibility, such consequences are going to be interrupted. So to feel comfortable in an environment does not only need a lovely indoor climate. Light, plants, material, construction methods, temperature, and air conditions also play a respective important role in the well-being and health of the user. We have to keep in mind that humans have a holistic perception. So you need to know that we are not just talking about indoor, outdoor is also important. So it is 50-50 thing. When I'm talking about indoor, it is also 50, like exterior or outdoor thing. The building should be connected with the outdoor or the neighborhood area, but which is really very important. So while during design process, you need to know about this, that what your neighborhood says or what your neighborhood have in the nature. Importance of architecture. Why architecture is important? Architecture is not only about materials. Okay, a structure is not just an empty shell of four walls and a roof, but the form is developed through its purpose. A building has the potential to be a piece of artwork that can inspire and uplift users' behavior. Architecture can help bring balance to people's life. This is often similar as paying attention to beautiful music or singing a bit of poetry. Architecture design can combine creativity with functionality to impact humans' mood. Some aspects of life you can include in architecture. Likewise, balance with environment, vernacular architecture or materials, physical activities, and social networking. So if I'm talking about balance with environment, I just told you the environment has a vital role in architecture as well as in a human life. Good design and construction building use less energy, decreasing the demand for energy production. That is the direct impact on global warming. For vernacular materials, a natural building involves a variety of building systems and materials that place a serious emphasis on sustainability. If a building is built by locally available materials, usually called vernacular materials, then we are able to save energy and reduce the demand for transportation. Physical activity. Every built environment has the potential to influence levels of physical activity. Even in your workplace or college, you can continue to move outdoor access and open, cluster-free spaces. Design is not all about to go straight. It influences your motion, circulation, and vision also. So that you will feel happy and sometimes it affects your mood as well. Talking about social network, it puts a monumental impact on emotion once we feel socially connected. Open spaces, built-in community rooms and bigger offices can draw people together and influence your level of comfort and community. Next thing can be, how do we feel or perceive architecture? Any person who is entering in building or surrounded with the built environment can understand art. To understand science, one needs skills, but anybody can feel art. So the origin of architecture supported emotions and feelings. Likewise, faith, love, death, need, and power are the bottom pillars of architecture. All type of buildings are related to these only. Architecture can trigger emotions anytime. Huh? Just think about how design memorial can trigger emotions like pride, sadness, or gratitude. So the question, how to perceive architecture, so we can understand this like as we like to own a glance of human mind working process, because everything is connected. It knows where your eyes are visiting next, and it forms a picture of an article that precedes our consequences seeing of it. So basically, uh, human mind which is working 24/7, and then we have some input and then output. Okay, let's understand this with an example. So if I'm in my living room and I'm looking at the ceiling, so I have ceiling with some lights, some hanging lights also. So if a new person is coming to my house and he is looking at that ceiling, so his mind is working. Okay, either he know about that particular type of ceiling and then the type of lights, but still his mind is working. So what happened, his mind will capture an input, that will be an image, and then mind will detect that particular image, and then analysis, then feature selection and feature classification. And now output, that will be an expression, or we can say emotion is the can be the real word for the output. So anytime whatever you are designing or you are looking at, the output will be some emotion. So in the input we have picture, and mind is working on image detection, then analysis, then feature selection, and then feature classification. And if I'm talking about the output, which will be emotion, emotion can be positive or negative. So it can be love, excitement, calm, pride, or it can be some negative things also, like bored, anger, fear, or depressed. So depression is a thing, or depression is the particular emotion which should not come when we are in particular building, in any building, because depression is the worst experience a person is feeling, or we can say it dark experience. And this dark experience is called black architecture. So if I'm feeling depression whenever I'm visiting a building, or I'm sitting in a particular room and I'm feeling depression just because of building elements or architecture of that particular building, so it will call black architecture. So, and I would like to say thanks to Center of Construction and Architecture Excellence to give me this platform and present my presentation. Thank you so much for this webinar. And in the last, I would like to give you a small assignment. Study about 5 different buildings. Write down about architecture and emotions, and and think that, have you ever feel black architecture? Have you ever feel the dark experience with some building, or it can be with outdoor spaces also. So just think about it. And if you are learning something, you should write also. So if you are writing, you should contact with CCA. You can take a CCA membership, which is really helpful for every person who are working in the research field. So you can contact with Purnima Joshi or Kumar Abhishek. And thank you so much once again to the whole team of CCAE. Thank you so much.